So we'll see when the Mueller report comes out. It should come out within the next week or so, according to Mr. Barr. He and Robert Mueller's team are redacting information, and they're going to have a nice little color-coded chart or color-coded redactions. They're going to redact based on grand jury information, which they can't release under law, so that's not even an argument. There could be executive privileged information that they may have to withhold under law, or it's not discretionary, but it is discretionary, but there's nothing requiring the release of executive privilege information. They'd have to fight over that. And then you've got the privacy rights of third parties or individuals who are not senior officials who got caught up in this. So they may take away redact material related to that. And there's a fourth category that I'm forgetting right now. So it'll all be color-coded. So Congress is going to get the benefit of a color-coded redaction process. Usually when we get redactions, it's all just blacked out. We only get one color at Judicial Watch. But Congress gets 4 colors. So we've asked for this material, and I run hot and cold on this because I obviously want the material that Mueller has, the full report, but I recognize the report was a vehicle to try to destroy Donald Trump. Even though it shows no collusion, a key part of it suggests he was involved in obstruction of justice without saying he was involved in obstruction of justice, another smear job out of the Mueller operation. But that process is going along. I never thought there should have been a Mueller report, but we're going to want to get the documents as well, obviously. Because frankly, I don't trust Mueller to redact this material appropriately. I suspect, and of course no one else will talk about it like this, I suspect there will be redactions designed to make President Trump look bad. So material that will help him will be removed and the public won't be able to see it. I suspect that may be the case, or I'm worried that may be the case. But I tell you that the reaction, the hysterical reaction to Attorney General Barr telling the mild truth that spying took place against the Trump campaign just tells you how much the deep state Democrat establishment has something to hide. It is, and I should say nothing surprises me in Washington. I like to think that's the case, but I'm always surprised by the corruption in Washington. And there's always new levels of corruption that hadn't occurred before. I mean, we saw that with the worst corruption scandal in American history with the targeting of President Trump. And now the Democrat establishment and their media acolytes are going to have to defend spying on the Trump campaign. And that's not an argument they want to have because it will lead to, I think, criminal prosecutions if they want to push it. Now, what will happen is that Mueller will do an investigation, and I'm not confident anything significant will be done simply because that's what's happened in the past. And I hope, excuse me, not Mueller, but I hope Barr does something substantial here. But Judicial Watch will continue with its independent litigation and lawsuits to figure out what went on. We're asking questions about what Mueller was up to. We want all the page-struck material. Next week, we're supposed to get documents about Andrew Weissman's communications. Weissman is the anti-Trumper who is number 2 under Mueller. We should be getting his emails and texts next week. Well, assuming not all of them have been redacted, of course. So Judicial Watch will continue to do its independent investigations because we don't really trust the Justice Department to do it all. I don't trust Robert Ray. Is it Robert Ray or Christopher Ray? Christopher Ray. Robert Ray, I think, was the former independent counsel. FBI Director Ray, let's just be safe there. And the fact that I'm not familiar with his name tells you all you need to know about how effective and present he is here in Washington in terms of standing up to the corruption at the FBI that's been exposed. He's been absent without leave. He's been AWOL on FBI corruption. And the few times he talks about it, he's always defending the FBI. So Barr, to the degree he wants to do anything, it's going to be a lonely fight there at the Justice Department. Because the institutions are aligned against oversight, aligned against accountability. And because of the partisan nature of the institutions, I'm not just saying they're left, they tend to be Democrat at the bureaucratic level, it's going to be a tough slog. So we'll be rooting for Mr. Barr to do the right thing, but we won't wait for him to do the right thing, and that's why I'm happy to be working at Judicial Watch, where we can do our own investigations. Again, Judicial Watch has over 40 lawsuits on this very issue, the deep state conspiracy against President Trump. Spygate has been confirmed this week. The left is in collapse. There may be criminal investigations, but whatever happens, you can trust Judicial Watch to be there to do our own independent investigations on behalf of you, the American people.